Orgill Incorporated is the world's largest distributor of hardline products. Located in Hurricane, this distribution center is one of 7 in the United States that warehouses and distributes hardware across the nation.
Orgill is an independent hardware distributor. So we service a lot of pro stores, a lot of hardware stores, a lot of farm and ranch type of stores. And our location here services those customers in the western United States.
Not only does the company profit from affordability and a reliable workforce, but it also helps stimulate the local economy. That's why Orgill has decided to nearly double its current footprint and workforce in Hurricane by adding 427,000 square feet on the west side.
We're looking to add about, around 150 people when this is all going at capacity again. And so a lot of those jobs actually are going to be driver jobs. We have our own private fleet, like I mentioned, and those are good paying jobs. The warehouse jobs are good paying jobs, and they're going to be an important part of the economy.
Currently, Orgill employs around 234 people on various shifts and is still hiring. Construction on the new addition should begin in the next few months.
They said they loved Hurricane because they don't have to shut down for snow. They don't have to shut down for too cold. They can transport year-round here, and people always show up to work.
During a brief State of the City address at a chamber luncheon, the mayors of Hurricane, La Verkin, and Toquerville highlighted many of the additions, along with population growth and more housing. With a population of around 22,500, Hurricane is the largest city, bringing in even more businesses and corporations.
Balance of Nature has announced that they want to move their world headquarters to Hurricane. They'll keep the 4 or 5 places they already have, but they bought 162 acres to build their world headquarters and do training here out on the Bench Lake area.
Currently, the town of Toquerville has about 1,800 people, but according to the mayor, it's fixing to more than double. A newly proposed route from I-15 west on the hillside will take away that heavy traffic from Toquer Boulevard.
Highway 17 will move out of town, and the highway coming through town right now will become a city street, much quieter, and that'll help us preserve that little historic part of town, and we're pretty excited about that aspect of it.
With only 1 post office and no businesses, this tiny historic town, which used to be popular for its long-gone winery, is now a rural housing community. Mary Ann Bate is a 33-year resident of Toquerville. She and her husband moved here because it was a nice, quiet town. But over the years, the traffic in front of her house has increased exponentially due to the road going to Zion National Park.
The amount of diesels that go by and all the traffic, yeah, it'll be so nice for me.
So the city has been preparing for the growth increase by hiring a new city manager and making some road changes. The new bypass route, which is already financed, is expected to begin construction by this summer. The new access is also expected to bring in additional homes.
The issue of having 45 to 5,000 new rooftops in town scares us. And so, as a city council and the mayor and the city staff are working very hard to try to mitigate the whole idea of growing that quickly and that many people and still maintaining a small town atmosphere.
For me, I'll be happy and fine. I just feel sad for those that have bought property and have homes out on the west side, because that will really impact them.
Mary Ann said residents are already feeling the impact of their tiny community as it's blossoming.
30 years ago, we had the water that we wanted and needed. And now, I'm sorry, because so many people have moved in, we don't get the water that we once thought we would have.
To take care of those water issues, the mayor said there will soon be a new reservoir.
It's going to be roughly half the size of Collard, and construction, it looks like, according to the Water Conservancy District and the BLM, believe it or not, is going to start probably this summer.
Water will be the most sought-after resource in the future and is already the topic of discussion in La Verkin. This community of 4,600 is exploring what sources they might tap into for various needs.
Who's been in Potempe before? In the pool? Yeah, those people's been here. Right now, the water district owns it. Because of the salt that's in the water, you can't drink it. They have to find some way to get that out, and Tocqueville and Hurricane and Laverton get our water out before that, so we can use the water to sprinkle with. But everybody below us has to flood irrigate because they can't put in the sprinkler to plug seeds out.
While there are businesses still emerging in Laverton due to the close proximity to the turnoff to Zion, most shopping is done just a few miles down the road in Hurricane. And unlike St. George, Santa Clara, and Ivins, which are nearing capacity of their city limits, these three sibling cities are just beginning to build out.
This last year we finished the 3000 South access to the SR7, which will be completed. The latest, as of yesterday's report, SR7 should be done by May 21st.
All mayors in these once totally rural communities say that they are now trying to find the right combination of regulating growth while at the same time keeping that small town feeling. In Washington County, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.